Hello everybody, welcome back. I've got a shop my stash video today, so I'm going to talk through the products that I've been working on over the previous month, and then we will go to my dressing table right behind me here and pick out some new makeup. So my video prior to this one was my eyeshadow roulette video, and I did say in that one that I'm going to stop doing my eyeshadow roulette because I don't really enjoy it, I don't really get a lot of fun out of it, and makeup should be fun. So when it comes to choosing the makeup in this current shop my stash, I'm going to be including eyeshadows because I haven't been doing that the past few shop my stashes because of that eyeshadow roulette. So the two challenges that I've got going on my channel at the moment are my project pan and then my shop my stash. So with my current shop my stash items, I did set myself a target of using each item 5 times. However, I think I'm going to abandon that moving forwards because I do feel like if there are a few products, quite a few products in my shop my stash, I'm not able to reach that target. And it might sound small, you know, 5 uses out of each item, but bear in mind I've got my project pan as well, and that takes precedence. So having that target, that figure over how many times I'm going to be using an item puts a bit of unnecessary pressure on my shop my stash, so I'm going to abandon that moving forwards. I just want to enjoy the makeup I've got in my shop my stash. If I wear an item 20 times, great. If I wear another item only once, great as well. So first item to recap is my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Porcelain. Only wore it once. I'm a bit on the fence about this concealer. I don't love it, but I also kind of don't hate it as well. It's just okay. However, I have been focusing on the 2 concealers in my project pan, and I've been trying to wear those as makeup. And I have as well also bought 2 concealers recently. So I haven't really ooh, that's a lot of sun. So I haven't really used this because I've been focusing on the concealers in my project pan. I want to get those used up by the end of the year. So I just really haven't reached for this because the other 2 are more important at the moment than this one. So only once in terms of usage over the past month for this one. Next is a blusher, and this is my Vieve Pesca blusher in this peach shade, and I wore it 6 times. I love this shade. It's a great everyday shade, but it's also really nice for this time of the year when we're going into, we are actually in autumn. I like wearing lots of oranges, peaches, reds, coppers at this time of the year. So this one might actually appear in the current selection of the Shop My Stash products. Love this, really beautiful colour, really easy to blend. There's a buttery texture as well. Vieve do some excellent powder products. Next are these mini blusher and highlighter from Rare Beauty that I got in a set from Space NK. The blusher I only used once, and I think that's just because I've bought a new blusher. I bought a Stila cream blusher, which I am loving. I have it on today, and I've just been wanting to wear that and no other blush at the moment, apart from my Vieve one. So this one I have only worn once. It's quite a bright coral though, so it's a little bit intimidating. And then the highlighter I've worn 6 times, which surprises me really because I'm not a highlighter person, especially when it's a shade like this that is like a pink colour. Not my go-to colour. I prefer a gold, a yellow gold, something a bit more warm, but an easy enough product to use, looks pretty, easy to blend, and I will at some point be including this in my project pan. Next is the Kiko lip gloss. This is in the shade 04, and it's glittery, but it's not like really cheap looking, and I don't usually like glitter in my lip glosses, but I like this one. I can get away with this one. And it's like a light peach, a light coral shade. Really beautiful, lovely, worn over the top of this lip combo today, which is MAC Strip Down Lip Liner and the MAC Nick Chapman lipstick, and I have also worn it with some of the lip liners in my Shop My Stash as well, and I wore this 3 times. Speaking of that MAC lipstick, I wore that 8 times, and I've been loving this combination. So the MAC lipstick with stripped down lip liner, and I have actually now put the MAC lipstick in my project pan. So 8 uses for the Shop My Stash, but I do also have quite a few uses in the project pan. So it's a product I've been wearing pretty much every single day. This lip combo is my go-to combo at the moment. I have recently bought 4 lip liners from NYX. Lip liners are a category of my makeup collection that's too high, and then I go and buy 4 more, so I'm not the smartest person out there, am I? So the 3 that I wore twice are Peekaboo Neutral, Nude Pink and Natural. Very similar, but I would say Nude Pink and Peekaboo Neutral are more pinky. And I naturally have very light, very cool tone pink lips. Not sure if that's because of my really poor circulation, but it's a real contrast to like my warm complexion. So with a lip liner, if I want my lips but better, I like to go for like a cool tone pink. So Nude Pink and Peekaboo Neutral are great my lips but better lip liner colours. Natural is a little bit like Strip Down, but not as brown. It's a bit of a hybrid between a pink and a brown. Lovely colour. And then I've also got another NYX lip liner, but this is in the Line Loud category. And this is in the shade Global Citizen, which is the dupe for Hailey Bieber's go-to lip liner. I am easily influenced by TikTok. Can't really say I'm a Hailey Bieber fan, but the lip liner itself just looked really nice and I just wanted to try it. But I didn't want to spend money on the Makeup Forever one. I thought, let's go for a dupe, let's go for the NYX one. And this is incredibly similar to MAC Strip Down, but a lot creamier. And all four of these lip liners are a lot creamier than MAC ones, and I much prefer them. So I think in the future I'm going to stick with NYX or maybe try other brands. But what I mean is I'm going to try not to go for a MAC lip liner because they are quite drying. And then the last product that I wore twice is an eyeliner from Peaches and Cream in the shade Nile, a brilliant turquoise, vibrant blue shade. Absolutely beautiful, and I think I just use this in the waterline as just a way to give a little bit of pop of colour to a neutral eye, but it does also work all over the lid, blended out, beautiful in the summer months. I love these eyeliners. So I'm now going to pick out some makeup to be working on for the month of October. I'm going to stick with the Shop My Stash being a month, and I'm going to stick with it being at the very end of the month. So I'm filming this at the very end of September, and this is going to be the makeup that I'm going to use in October. That just makes sense to me in my head to do it that way. And it also means that I can have seasonal makeup. So with October, I like to wear a lot of orange, a lot of brown, a lot of copper, a lot of those really warm rust shades, just colours that you would associate with autumn, with Halloween in particular. So I'm really excited about picking out some makeup to be working on. So let's rearrange, let's have a look at my dressing table and pick out some makeup. Okay, let's go through each makeup organisation container that I've got. So this one is mostly base makeup and a few eyes as well. I do have some new products. So I've got this new Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat foundation, which I've previously owned and I loved, and I got it on a really good deal. However, I don't think I'm going to include that in my Shop My Stash. I think instead I'm going to go for Sheer Glow. Not use this in a little while because I've been focusing on my Fenty concealers. So let's choose this, and also because it's a sheer foundation, if I want a little bit more coverage I can just add in more concealer. So that's a good way to help use up those concealers. So let's go for Nars Sheer Glow foundation. My new concealers that I've got a mini Nars creamy radiant concealer, whatever it's called. I've got a mini one of it in the shade Madeleine, or Madeline, however you want to say that as well. However, because I am focusing on my Fenty concealers, I'm not going to include it along with the Vieve concealer. I did get a couple of things off my wish list. I have only used both of these concealers once so far, but I'm not going to include them in my Shop My Stash. If I want to use them, I'll just dip in and out of using them. So it's going to be a no to the rest of the makeup here because I've got that Too Faced concealer, a MAC paint pot, and then a Bare Minerals powder concealer, and then the Kiko lip gloss. And then also I've just got the mascara. I'm using a mascara I've not opened, eyebrow gel, and then the Rare Beauty blusher and highlighter. Back here I've got a Kiko clear lip gloss and another Kiko lip gloss, but I think those are going to be a no as well. Just don't really feel like I'm in the mood for a lip gloss at the moment. Okay, next I've got a couple of Vieve Eye Wands. I think I might take both of these because they are really good neutral shades and they're really good for a quick and easy simple makeup look, and I do want to start using these up because they are soon to be going out of date. So let's include these two in my Shop My Stash. Eyeliners, okay, let's say, oh, that's an eyebrow pencil, so that's just a no. This was the blue one from Peaches and Cream that I was working on, that's also a no. This is a purple from Charlotte Tilbury. If it was November, then I would go for this because I like to wear slightly vampier shades in November, but I'm going to stick to the orange theme, so that's a no. I've got a brown liquid liner in the middle there. Again, I think if I want to use that, I'll just grab it. I've got a nude on the bottom. Again, if I want to use that, I'll grab it. But I am going to include this one from Peaches and Cream in the shade, what is the shade? Dynasty? No, yep, Dynasty. And this is a beautiful burnt orange copper, and I can use this as a base for other eyeshadows over the top. So let's go for this. So lips next. Let's have a look at the lip liners. So I think these ones are my NYX ones. Yeah, those are all NYX, so I'm going to say no because I was working on them. I do have some Vieve ones here, along with a MAC one. The MAC is a red, so that's a no for now. I do want to include 3 of these Vieve ones. So let's say no for Stupid Cupid and Bewitched because those are pinky purpley ones. I'm going to go for these 3. So we've got Velvet Sands at the top, which is very similar to MAC Stripped Down. Bark in the middle and then Rumour below that. So these are very warm brown lip liners, so great for that autumnal brown orangey, very warm makeup looks that I like to go for. And I can start to layer these as well. I don't really reach for these, especially Bark and Rumour, because they're quite dark. So if I can start to layer these with the lighter lip liners, this might mean that I can get through them that little bit quicker. Great formulation though, really creamy, really smooth, lasts a long time, but just not the right shades for me. So let's include these. And I also want to include 3 lipsticks to go alongside these as well, all by Vieve. So from top to bottom, you've got Treasure, Coming in Hope and Power Suit. Treasure is far too light on me, so that really needs to be mixed in with a darker shade. Coming in Hope is okay, it's better than Treasure, but it's still not the perfect kind of brown for me. Power Suit, this one here, is beautiful. It's like a burnt orange brown, gorgeous for the autumnal months, so this one I'm going to love wearing next month. But I can mix these all in together, I can wear them with the lip liners next to it as well, so I can get some good combinations out of these. Next we've got some eyeshadow palettes. So I've got here Vieve Muse, which is pinks and purples. That's going to be a no. That'll probably come out in like January, February time. I do have the Essentials palette, which will also work because look at those warm, rich brown earthy shades. But I think I'm probably going to include this one in my December one, I think. I have other palettes that I want to use for this month, which include my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Look at those shades. Do those shades just not scream autumn to you? Absolutely gorgeous. Love using this palette at this time of the year. I am going to include this Nars duo in Isolde, however you want to say it. Gorgeous shimmery duo, so buttery, so blendable, really pigmented. Love this little duo. And then lastly, I've got some more face base makeup. So this is the Stila blusher that I have been loving recently in the shade Lilium, absolutely beautiful. But again, not going to include this, I'll just use it as and when. I think I will use, though, Milani Luminoso because it's a shimmery peach. It gives a bit of like iridescence, so that will work really nicely with the eyeshadows. So let's go for that. Along with Pesca. Where is Pesca? There it is. Let's take Pesca again by Vieve. I can layer these 2 blushes as well, although there is some shimmer, some sheen in the Vieve one anyway. But another beautiful colour for this time of year. But I'm not sure about this. This is the Laura Geller Sunday Fun Day palette. So this has a lot of those browny, warm orange shades that are perfect for the autumnal months. You know what, I think I am going to include it. I'm not setting myself targets on usage, so it doesn't really matter if I just use this the once. I just want to, I suppose, get it out and have a play with it this month. So I've got quite a wide selection of makeup here. I've got a foundation, I've got lipsticks, lip liners, eyeshadow sticks, eyeliner, blushes. I've got an eyeshadow palette in there, a duo and a face and eye palette. So a lot of makeup, but it doesn't matter. Like I say, I'm not setting myself targets on usage, so it doesn't matter if I just use all of these products at the once. I just want to get these out, play with them, create some nice really warm autumnal inspired makeup looks. And to just enjoy makeup as well, rather than be focused on reaching a target of usage. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe if you haven't as well. And I will see you soon for my next video. Bye.